So I've been getting a lot of comments recently on my worst dates ever video. Will be linked somewhere, whether it's in the down bar or right around here. I have to have a little disclaimer before I make this worst dates part 2 video. Basically, I want you guys to know and really appreciate all the comments I've gotten from you guys about my safety and that I did nothing wrong. And I want to post a video later on maybe about online safety when it comes to meeting people online. But I hope you guys know that's not something I do or something that I condone. I actually have a boyfriend now. When I share these stories that are kind of funny, like, you know, obviously they're not to be taken too lightly either. I like older guys. I think it's definitely a preference if you like younger, older, your age, whatever. But this was my first time dating someone like a lot older than me. This guy was probably about 14 or 15 years older than me, and I'm in my early 20s. We met online and he was really cute, really was pursuing me and really wanted to meet me. We're gonna call him Peter. Comes time to like us planning it, and Peter really wants to go in my town. He's like, oh, well, I can get off work and just like drive over to your place and then like take you to get sushi somewhere. He knew I like sushi. I was really nervous about having this guy drive to my house. I don't know him. I'm not inviting him aside because of no. I met Peter right after I made that worst dates ever video, so I was already on my all-time high of being cautious. We ended up meeting actually like by my house, but it wasn't exactly at my house. I remember walking up to the car and being really nervous because I was like, well, what if he doesn't look like his photos? I sit in the car and I remember looking at his arm and it was like gray, like his whole arm was gray. I looked over and I'm like, oh, Peter is a lot older than what his photos said they would be. He's not an ugly guy, like definitely not ugly, not my type, not what he looked like in the photos. So I was like, okay, maybe I can get past this. He's all dressed up in a suit. I'm wearing a summer dress, so I already felt like there was a disconnect between us. I tried to give it a chance. We go get sushi. He's really trying to impress me by buying a ton of sushi, which I don't care about that stuff, but I was like, okay, you want to buy me a lot of sushi? Why not? We start having conversation. Everything's actually going fine. Yeah, he's not that great, but it's not always about looks. I think personality can kind of make someone more attractive. Well, I started talking about myself, and I'm a hairdresser, so I was talking about how I just was, you know, advancing my career, and at this time I was really excited, and he's like, oh yeah, totally, so excited for you type of thing. And then I'm like, well, what about you? Like, tell me about you. And he starts telling me about him, all this stuff, about his job, whatever. And then it got weird. I started slowly realizing he was kind of like misogynistic. He knows I'm in my early 20s and that I want to work and I want to have a career. He wanted to meet someone basically to take care of him. Be a nanny, like a maid, a housewife, everything. So he starts telling me like, you know, what he's looking for, and he wants like to have a big family. His wife, she can't work. Women can't work. She needs a cook for him. They need to make sandwiches in the kitchen. Needs to do his laundry and stuff, you know, women should do. I'm just sitting here at this point like, yeah. It's just so awkward, like, to tell me, like, someone in their early 20s, like, first of all, like, we're on our first date and you're telling me what you're looking for, which, I mean, I guess that's bold. And I was like, well, yeah, I think, like, you know, women should work, you know, and I tried to kind of fight back my opinions, and it was clear we were not on the same page, but the way, I don't think I'm describing it right, but he was pretty rude about it. It's very clear that women should not be working and women should be cleaning and cooking and basically, you know, sleeping with their men, and that's about it. And then he went on a rant about how nannies are horrible, and if his wife ever had his children have nannies, that he would divorce her right then. We finished up our sushi, really trying to impress me still, and I'm just so over it. And he drove me back, you know, to the place where we met at, and then he's like, are you sure you don't like want to hang out longer, all this stuff. You could tell he was like inching forward, and I was like, nope, bye. And it was just so horrible. Like, it was just so uncomfortable in such a different way. Yeah, he didn't do anything creepy, but like, he was just so misogynistic and just so rude. And, like, women and men should be equal. A couple weeks go by, he texts me here and there, and I just kind of ignore him. And then he texts me all these texts about how I have sexy lips and he can't stop thinking about me, and he just thinks we have some deep connection. He just really thinks there's something there between us. There was nothing there, so it was just really weird. That was probably one of the weirdest dates I've ever been on, and it made me kind of scared to date older guys after that. But yeah, that was it. I know it doesn't sound that dramatic, but at the time it was pretty hilarious and weird. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will post more of these as time goes on. I have lots of date stories I can share with you. And I even have other of my friends' date stories and even my boyfriend's date stories where we've dated crazy people. So maybe I'll share those, or if you guys have one down below, maybe it'd be fun if I could share your guys' stories. So let me know in the comments below. I will be posting more videos more often. But yeah, love you guys. Bye.